Hey guys, it's Miss Delcambre. Just want to give you an update. I have updated our Zoom links because it only allows me to go a certain number of days on that Zoom link. So you need to go through, if you go to classwork, under all of y'all's tabs and go to Zoom links here, it has the new Zoom link. It's just the exact same post. It's just another web address that you click to go to. Okay. So no, some of you were having problems logging in. Do not go to that old one that's on the stream. Go to this one under the classwork. Okay. So what you will need for today is your journal, pencil, glue, scissors. You also need a highlighter. So let me just add that. Highlighter and page 162 in your textbook. So our agenda is Builder 6. We're going to go over a couple of vocabulary words on Builder 6. We're going to check the homework. Then we're going to go to our notes, which we're going through page 162. That's why you need that. We're going to be cutting and pasting in our notes. And then I uploaded, it's the same study guide. However, I added some answer choices. Instead of leaving it blank, I added some answer choices for you. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to go to our builders. I'm going to go to Builder 6. Here we go. And we're going to open it with Cami. And we're going to do some of the vocabulary. Give it a second. So we've done some of the builder already. And today I want to focus on the vocabulary. Remember, you can go into that math information folder in the Google Classroom. It's under the Google Slides to get to the vocabulary terms. For some reason, it's running slow, but I'll go back to it. Let me get back to my Cami. Okay, I'm going to do this one right here. Jim Doss. Well, that is order of operations. 1A, 1S, order of operations. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to cross it out because I used it. Okay, I know what evaluate is. Evaluate means an answer. Here's the word answer, and I'm going to put evaluate. I'm going to move this down a little. Now I'm going to cross it off. Oh, I remember this one. These numbers, these represent integers. So this number 5 is integers. Okay? Those were 3 vocabulary words that we did for our builders. So make sure you've gotten that. All right, I'm going to close that out. And for some reason, the classroom's still loading. So we're going to skip the homework part. All right, and we're going to go to our notes. We're going to go to our notes real quick. So you need page 162. You go underneath my document camera. Here's page 162. And you need to cut out these sections. So you'll need to cut out 1, 3, and 5. One, 3, and 5. Cut that out. All right. And just kind of make a stack of things. You're going to cut out 7, 8, 9, and 10. So all of these word problems you're going to cut out. And then you're going to stack them so that we can glue them. Okay, they're stacked over there. Then I want you to cut out 11 and 13 down here. 11 and 13. And then that's it. So I'm going to throw the rest away. And this is how we're going to glue them in. We're going to glue the word problems in first. So I'm going to start with question number 7. I'm going to give a gap, leave room for me to work. Then I'm going to put number 8, leave some room. Then number 9, leave some room in the back. I have number 10, I left some room for me to work. And then those 2, that was 1, 3, and 5, and 11 and 13, the plain computation ones, I glued those in last, and I have some room for me to work. All right, so that's what we're going to do today for our notes for adding and for 6.3. Okay, so I'm going to turn my page over, grab my highlighter and my pen, and today is 9/30/2020. I'm going to zoom in and we're going to look at this first word problem here. Bella pays 7 payments of $5 each to a game store. She returns 1 game and receives $20 back. What is the change to the amount of money she has? Okay, so we're writing an expression. Basically, we're going to take this word problem and all these words and transfer it and translate it into just numbers. How we would solve this. What we would need to set this up. Okay, so I'm looking for some clue words. Okay, so Bella pays 7 payments. So 7 payments, that may be something that I can use, of $5 each. Oh, each, I know. Each means to multiply. Most all the time it means to multiply. She returns 1 game and receives $20 back. So if we think of it, she's getting $20 back. We know that this would be a positive. She's gaining that money back. What is a change in the amount of money she has? Okay, I like to start off when we're writing expressions on when I'm reading it, what comes first. Okay, so she pays 7 payments. So 7 of $5 each. So now I'm going to be multiplying. I need to make 5, but they're payments. So it's going to be a -5. Okay, so 7 times a -5. So this tells me about the payments. She returns 1 game and receives $20 back. So after this, then she receives, that's adding that $20 back. So if we look at this, we need to solve it with order of operations. We need to do multiplying first. So -5 times 7 gives me a -35 plus 20. I have different signs, so I subtract. So 35 minus 20 gives me 15. I have more of a negative than a positive, so it would be a -$15. That was the change to the amount of money that she has. Okay? Let's look at the second one, number 8, about Ron. Ron lost 10 points 7 times playing a video game. He then lost an additional 100 points for going over the time limit. What was the total change in his score? So we need to find what the change in his score is. Okay, we need to find some clue words. Okay, so he lost 10 points. Okay, losing 10 points, that's going to be a negative. 7 times that happened. Do you see that word times right there? Multiply. So now I'm going to be multiplying here. He then lost an additional 100 points. So this 100 points, but did he gain it or lose it? Well, he lost it. So that's probably going to be a minus. I'm going to take away 100 points. Right? What was a total loss? So let's write this out. So he lost 10 points. So we know that that represents a -10. 7 times. So we're going to multiply this by 7. And we remember when we have a number in parentheses right next to each other that this means multiplication. He then lost an additional 100 points. So this is the second part of the sentence, minus 100. This is what he lost. So negative 10 times 7 gives me a negative 70 minus 100, because that's what he lost for going over the time limit, which is also can be written as negative 70 plus a negative 100. Same signs, add and keep. 100 plus 70 is 170. And they're both negative, so it would be a negative 170. We're talking about points. Talking about points in his video game. Okay, number 9, Ned. We're talking about Ned here. Ned took a test with 25 questions. He lost 4 points on each of the 6 questions he got wrong and earned an additional 10 points for answering the bonus question correctly. How many points did Ned receive or lose overall? Okay, so we've got to figure out how many points overall did he get. Did he gain any points, or did he lose any points with his test scores? So first sentence, Ned took a test with 25 questions. Okay, I know that this has 25. However, this is just telling me not important information to help me solve it. It's telling me, hey, how many were on the test? There were 25 questions, okay? But this is where the important information is in the second sentence. He lost 4 points. He lost 4 points for each of the 6 questions he got wrong. Okay? But then what happened? He earned an additional 10 points. He earned 10 points for doing that bonus. So again, the way it's read, let's go ahead and set it up. So he lost 4 points. That would be a negative 4. For each, we know each means multiply, times 6. Now I just like to put in parentheses because you're going to kind of see it more like this. Okay, so this is what he got wrong. But remember, he earned 10 points for doing that bonus. He was smart to do that bonus. So that's the end of our sentence. This is the end of our expression. So negative 4 times 6 gives me negative 24 plus 10. So different signs, so we subtract. 24 minus 10 gives me 14. I have more negative than I do positive, so it would be a negative 14 points that were deducted. So he lost 14 points. Alrighty. Let's go to our next slide. That was number 9 and number 10. This is talking about Mr. Harris, and this is dealing with money. Now, guys, on your review, you have several questions dealing with money, so I want you to pay close attention to these type of questions. Mr. Harris has some money in his wallet. He pays a babysitter $12 an hour for 4 hours of babysitting. His wife gives him $10, and he puts the money in his wallet. By how much does the amount on his wallet change? All right, so if we're reading here, let's go back. We need to figure out what the change in his wallet is. We're not asking how much money he has in his wallet. We're asking, well, what happened? What occurred in his wallet? Money was lost. Well, how much money was spent? Okay. Mr. Harris has some money in his wallet. Okay, nothing in there that I need to know. He pays the babysitter. Okay, so he pays someone. Money's taken out of that wallet. $12 an hour for 4 hours. When you're talking about money and hours, you are always going to be multiplying. Okay? His wife gives him, oh, she gave him, how nice, $10. And he put that in his wallet. By how much does the amount of his wallet change? Okay? So remember, when I'm reading this, I'm going to write it out. So this is our word problem. We're going to come up with our expression to represent this. So we have $12 is what the babysitter cost. So that money's being taken out. So that's a negative 12 times 4 hours. Hours is always going to be positive, guys. Hours is always going to be positive. So this is the amount that he would have given the babysitter. But then his wife gave him $10. So we need to add that $10 back to his wallet. So let's see how much he gave the babysitter. Negative 12 times 4 gives me a negative 48. Plus 10 is what the wife gave him. So we have different signs, so we need to subtract. 48 minus 10 gives me 38, and I have more negative than I do positive. So it would be a negative $38. Okay? Now, let's go to some of the guided practice on 1, 3, and 5. Just these computations. I will let you know you have a couple like this maybe on your test, and it will say which expression is equivalent, meaning which equation or expression is the same as one another. So you have to work them out. So here I have negative 6 times negative 5, which gives me a positive 30, plus 12, because I'm just bringing that in, which gives me a positive 42. All right, let's look at number 3. Negative 2 times a positive 8. Well, negative times a positive gives me a negative. So it would be negative 16 plus 7. So I have different signs, so I need to subtract. 16 minus 7 gives me 9. I have more negative than positive, so it would be a negative 9. Finally, number 5. Well, 4 times 0. Any number times 0 is always going to give me 0. And 0 minus 4 will give me a negative 4. Give me a negative 4. Okay? So now I need to compare these two expressions, and I need to use either the greater than, less than, or equal sign. So I'm going to write number 11 over here, which is negative 3 times negative 2 plus 3. So I need to solve that. Okay, move this. And then 3 times negative 4 plus 9. All right, I need to do this multiplying first. So negative 3 times negative 2, 2 negatives make a positive. So I'm left with 6 plus 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. My answer here would be 9. 3 times negative 4, well, that gives me a negative 12 plus 9. So I have different signs. So I'm going to subtract. 12 minus 9 gives me 3. I have more negative than I do positive, so it would be a negative 3. So we can say 9 is greater than negative 3. So if we come over here, this expression is greater than that expression. Excuse me. Okay? Now, our last one that we're going to do here, we're going to compare these two. So we have negative 7 times 5 minus 9 compared to negative 3 times 20 plus 10. All right. If I multiply negative 7 times 5, I get negative 35 minus 9. Okay, and negative 35 minus 9 is the same as saying negative 35 plus a negative 9. So I have the same sign, so I'm going to add and keep, so then I get negative 44. So I'm going to like box that to say that that and that, they both mean the same. So then I have negative 3 times 20, which gives me negative 60, plus 10. So I have different signs, so I subtract. 60 minus 10 gives me 50. I have more of a negative than I do a positive. Okay, I have negative 44 and negative 50. Negative 44 would be closer to 0, and a negative 50 is on the number line. So it would be greater than. Greater than. Okay, so that does it for today for our notes. If you go to your study guide, give me one moment. Hopefully my class, for some reason the class keeps going on and on and on. Go back to classwork. Unit 3, Module 5 and 6. I also send it on remind to your parents because the Kahoot game's tomorrow and the Gimkit. you'll see I've given you answer choices so that you have at least attempt to look at it and do some eliminating the answer that you know it's not going to be. Okay? So you have several that it is, gives you an answer choice. However, this, which expression is negative, you have to solve those three and figure out which one's going to give me the negative. Number 14, you just give yourself an example of a product that would be positive with 3 or more numbers, including negatives. And then do you see that they're giving you examples here and here? And you have 2 here that aren't going to give you examples, but number 20 should look familiar because 20 we did in our journal. So go back into your journal and look that up. We did that the other day. I believe we did that on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Tuesday, Monday. That was on Monday. Go back and look up Mondays. Okay. All right. Well, that does it for today. I hope you were all studying and getting prepared for the test that's coming up on Friday. And we've got our Kahoot that we're going to do. And then we got a GIM kit. So looking forward to it. And I will see you later. Take care. Bye.